Rikke, thanks very much for joining us. Really interesting to be back here at MIPIM. There's been a lot of focus, obviously, on the future of office, particularly, and what that means in terms of the asset management, but the services that an investor is going to, a property owner is going to have to provide. I suppose, what's your take on that, and have you seen that change during the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, we were blessed in the Nordics in a way that we started coming back to the offices quicker. But what we have seen is our biggest office space now is not really the office, but it's the home office. So our residential buildings are coming into play in a totally different way. As an employer, according to most countries' laws, you are still in charge and responsible for your employee, whether they work in a coffee shop, they work at home, or they work in the office. Are they sitting correctly? Do they have the right air, well-being, whatever it is? You're still in charge of them for those 8 to whatever hours they work a day. And so now the residential space comes into play in a totally different way. Our biggest office is space now is the hybrid offices. And as an employer, what does that mean to you? That means that you need to take care of your employees in a different way. You need to ensure that those who work more from home than in the office, knowing that studies show that if you work more than 3 days from home, your loyalty to the company starts dropping. So how do you keep them engaged? How do you make sure that they feel valued? Because that's really important for the employees. That is by maybe including them in different services. How do you do that? Either you get a huge office manager department to take care of this, or you have the owner of the building, or as part of the product, that if you are an office tenant in a building, you have access to certain amenities where you can buy all this and it'll be fixed for you. Now, the owner of the buildings don't want to do that in 10 different buildings across whatever. So they're going to be looking to somebody else to do that. And I think that is the future of property management, is that we become a platform for this, where we work with tons of partners, requested either because we know them, chosen by us, chosen by the tenants, or chosen by the investor. So we need to be the platform that collects all this, but that doesn't service all this, but we collect it, ensure that there's one invoice per office tenant or residential tenant per month, including the rent, including the amenities they bought, whatever it is. I know for some it is a little bit far-fetched, but I think that is where we're going to be in 5 years' time.
Great. Really interesting to catch up. Thanks very much for joining us, Rikke.
You're welcome.